fighting for. Bloodlust and a holy war. Listen up, hear the patriots shout. Times are changing. In the end, the choice was clear. Take a shot in the face of fear. Fist up in the firing line. A thin line, the whole truth. The far right, the left view. Breaking all those promises made. Times are changing. Do you believe that you can walk on water? Do you believe that you can win this fight tonight? Do you believe that you can walk on water? Do you believe that you can win this fight tonight? Do you believe that you can walk on water? Do you believe that you can win this fight tonight? Do you believe that you can walk on water? Do you believe that you can win this fight tonight? Can you even see what you're fighting for? Bloodlust and a holy war. Listen up, hear the patriots shout. Times are changing. In the end, the choice was clear. Take a shot in the face of fear. Fist up in the firing line. Times are changing. Do you believe that you can walk on water? Do you believe that you can win this fight tonight? Look at the sky, see a dying star. White lies, it's a man on fire. Making love with the devil hurts. Times are changing. A thin line, the whole truth. The far right, the left view. Breaking all those promises made. Times are changing. Do you believe that you can walk on water? Do you believe that you can win this fight tonight? Do you believe that you can walk on water? Do you believe that you can win this fight tonight?
Well, hello from Bloomington Jefferson High School. Ryan Paul bringing you Section 2-4A semifinal coverage today. We've got a doubleheader here on the Lemson Chevrolet Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network for you. Bringing my partner Eric Croucher. We're just about ready to get things underway in this first matchup between Eden Prairie and Chaska. Eric, before we get going here, bring some keys to the game between the Eagles and the Hawks.
You know, I think anytime you have to beat a #1 team in the section, you need a big game from somebody. And, you know, I think the one player we'll be watching tonight is Connor Krinos. He's a guy that if he gets on, it brings Chaska to another level. And so,
right.
I think Connor getting hot early in the game would be huge. Cole Nicholson, watching him against Connor Christensen. We saw on Wednesday against Minnetonka, John Martins really bodied him up when he got the ball. I would expect the same thing from Connor Christensen. And, another fun matchup will be Parker Bjorklund versus Austin Andrews. Parker's really, really athletic. He can out-jump Austin.
Yep.
So it would be interesting to see what he can do in the offensive side of the glass.
Connor Krinos for Chaska, their starting guard. The junior has held a single digits the other night. He's been streaky shooting of late. What does Chaska need to do offensively to get him going?
I think it's about moving the ball, and when Connor is catching the ball and shooting, he gets that flow. The other night, he missed a few shots early on, and I think that's one of those things as a shooter. You just have it or you don't have it. And, I thought he did a nice job of doing other things on the court the rest of the game. They were able to survive, and they'll need more out of the outside guys today.
Here we go. We're tipping it off. Parker Bjorklund loses it back to number 24, Connor Christensen of Eden Prairie. The Eden Prairie will start DJ Johnson, the senior guard. He stands 5'8" over sophomore forwards John Henry tonight. First bucket of the game goes to Austin Andrews. He screen and roll, dumped one in for two. Eden Prairie up 2-0 early. Here's Parker Bjorklund for Chaska, working the other end, and they're all white uniforms. They're coming to you from Bloomington Jefferson High School this evening. This afternoon, it's a noon game. Kyler Kluge with a steal on an entry pass. DJ Johnson the other way. He stops up, takes it into Euro step two. Chaska down 4-0 early. Eden Prairie controlling the pace. They're dominating so far. A steal and a score on that last possession. 17-14 left first half from Jefferson High School. Ryan Paul, Eric Croucher. Chaska down 4. Krinos floater, no good for Chaska. Cole Nicholson, the offensive rebound, goes back up. He was hacked, no call. Kluge comes away for Eden Prairie. He takes it in, travels, nothing whistled for. Dana Coleman needs a timeout. 6-0 is Kyler Kluge, took it to the rack. Chaska down 6-0. Eden Prairie's fans are electrified. Eric, we're not even a minute in barely, and Chaska down 6-0. This is not looking good so far.
No, and I mean, the thing is that you probably had a missed travel on the first possession, and you got to forget about that right away. And it seemed like, just Chaska just wasn't ready to play right there. Good timeout from Coach Coleman. I got to calm everyone down here. One thing we saw on the offensive zone for Chaska, you got Kyler Kluge, you got Kluge, point guard, shooting guard, what do you want to call him, on Cole Nicholson, going speed. They went last year, they threw DJ Johnson on Miles Hansen, gave up an entire foot, but it frustrated Miles for a lot of that game. And so they're doing the same thing here with Cole.
We'll talk to Miles Hansen a little later. He's back in town from New York at Columbia University. We'll talk to him at halftime. Have a conversation with him. Out of the timeout for Chaska, Zach Lee brings it up for the Hawks. Gives it to Nicholson out at the volleyball line. Eden Prairie's bench is into it. Connor Krinos pulls up for three, and it's good from the top of the key. Connor Krinos is on the board. Chaska cuts the lead in half. Long one from the Chaska junior gets them fired up. The Chaska students overpowering the Eden Prairie students that are actually not even present. Chaska goes up about 10 rows. Down low, Connor Christensen, or Austin Andrews rather, tried to spin one in. Got his offensive rebound though. Then he lost it. Zach Leah comes away with it for Chaska. Nicholson pushes across the timeline, working right to left. He dumps it down low for Bjorklund. Bjorklund working against Andrews. He goes up with the left hand, off the glass. Good for two. Chaska within one.
Yeah, well defended there by Andrews. He knew he was going to go to his left, and yet Parker was able to elevate over him.
Chaska's fans into it here, down 1. We're just crossed the 16-minute remaining mark in this first half. Down low, Austin Andrews calls for a travel. We're going the other way. Chaska all chance to take the lead.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that Cole does really, really well is he moves his feet for a big guy. Makes it tough for, an inside guy, and, that's just that agility he has.
Nicholson's going to bring it up for Chaska. He's guarded by Kluge. He loses it in the backcourt, picks up his dribble. Now Eliason pushes ahead. Chaska gives it on for Zach Leah. Eliason back up at the top of the key. DJ Johnson a steal on the pass intended for Krinos. Johnson all the way the other way, coast to coast to the lay, and he claps right in Connor Krinos' face. Johnson getting the start here tonight over sophomore John Henry.
Yeah, DJ Johnson brings defense, and he's already got 2 steals, 4 points.
Eliason being harassed. He has to dial on the floor. Jump ball tie-up going to go in favor of Chaska. Eden Prairie's defensive aggressiveness really showing Chaska some struggles here early.
Well, and we saw that a little bit against Minnetonka. early in each half where, Chaska turned the ball over a little bit with those quick hands.
Chaska gets the ball right in front of their own fans, working right to left here, and they're all whites with purple and black trimming. Nicholson gets it dumped inside to him. Now he goes to the hole, gets Kluge, and he got pushed by Kluge. It'll be a foul. First of the game is going to go against Eden Prairie's Kyler Kluge.
Yeah, and I mean, just like Wednesday, Cole's got to go to the basket. When you got a smaller guy in you, just keep picking up those fouls.
3 ball from Krinos is off. Christensen the rebound. But Matt Eliason came flying in. But he got a foul called him in the act.
No, just out of bounds on
is that what it was?
Matt. He was on the end line.
3-point lead for Eden Prairie. 8-5 here. We're approaching the 15-minute mark here in this first half. Ryan Paul, Eric Krauscher with you on the Lemons and Chevrolet Buick Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. Glad to have you alongside us tonight, or this afternoon, a noon game. Dobbs, 5-second, Matt Eliason locking him down. Matt Eliason gets a 5-second call on Drake Dobbs.
Yeah, and that's going to be another fun matchup to watch. Matt, guards anyone just about as well as he can, and Drake Dobbs is one of those guys that can shoot the ball, and so keeping Matt on the court out of foul trouble will be huge.
Zach Leah pushes ahead for Chaska, almost lost it. Gave it away for Parker Bjorklund. Now Nicholson has it, kicks it in the corner. Eliason dumps inside. Bjorklund off the window and one. Bjorklund to the free throw line after the bucket. Chance to complete a 3-point play.
Yeah, and as soon as Austin Andrews went to the bench for a little breather, they get an inside bucket. He's right back in.
John Henry onto the floor for Eden Prairie. So Eden Prairie with that that 5 on the floor that Chaska saw him start with earlier in the season when they lost to him. That game ended up 74-62. That was at Eden Prairie, part of the Holiday Classic tournament. Back all the way on December 2nd. Eden Prairie took that one. 8-8 tie after Bjorklund sinks the and one free throw. Dobbs brings it up for Eden Prairie, guarded by Eliason, into the corner for Kluge. 14:28 left. Kluge, he's being face guarded by Leah in the corner. Now they push it out for Henry. He's attacked by Krinos. Spinning it inside, Austin Andrews going against Nicholson, trying to get down low. Andrews looking for an option, finds it in the corner. Chaska steals it away though. Henry recollects for the Eagles, however. Dobbs with 14 minutes left. Eden Prairie slowing it down. Drake Dobbs guarded by Matt Eliason here. Pulls it out into the Jefferson logo at half court. Now Kluge, the senior, has it. Takes it inside the paint. Blocked by Eliason. Chaska the board. Here come the Hawks. Chance to take the lead. Leah, stutter step to the rack. Goes up. Bam! Boom! Zach Leah got it to trickle in, and he got the foul.
Very, very impressive move from Zach Leah. He saw that he was being guarded by a post. Just right away, he made the decision when he caught the ball. He was going to take it to the hoop. Nice finish.
Leah's first points of the night. Chance to tack on here with a free throw. He does just that. Chaska up by 3.
That's an 11-2 run here for Chaska after the 6-0 deficit. Good timeout.
Eden Prairie with it here. 13-14 left. Kyler Kluge, the only senior on the floor, has it. At the top, he dumps it inside. Connor Christensen streaking, throws up a prayer of a layup. Can't get it to drop. Austin Andrews tried to tap it in a couple times, couldn't get it to fall. Matt Eliason comes away. Here's Connor Krinos now. Parker Bjorklund takes it inside the paint. He falls around, and he's going to get called for a charge. He threw an elbow out at Austin Andrews as he tried to post him up. It'll be offensive foul against Parker Bjorklund. Eden Prairie will get it back.
Yeah, they want Parker catching the ball on the block. He caught at the top of the key. Tried driving on Andrews. Already had one foul, so you knew he was going to stay down and move his feet.
13-16 left. The number 4 seeded Chaska Hawks lead the number 1 seeded Eden Prairie Eagles. Early in this one, Matt Eliason showing off his defensive abilities against Drake Dobbs. Now it comes around for Andrews against Nicholson. Can't get anything to go down low. Back up top for Kluge. Eden Prairie resets. Dobbs at the elbow, backs it out, guarded by Eliason. Full house here at Eden Prairie. We got another game coming up for you later. We'll get to that in a second. Dobbs threw up a prayer of a layup. It didn't fall. Here comes Nicholson now. Bounce pass ahead for Eliason. He loses it out of bounds. It'll be Eden Prairie ball. Eliason couldn't handle the forward pass, and it goes out of bounds. We'll get a substitution. Marcus Peters going to check back in. A little too eager, though. He didn't go to the scorer's table. Now Marcus Peters will check in, and Connor Krinos is going to exit.
Yeah, somebody talked about Wednesday in the quarterfinal round is getting some production off the bench. It doesn't always have to be in points, but it has to be. You have to do something on the court. I thought Marcus Peters did a nice job in that second half. Andrew Fix gave him a couple good minutes in the first half. Chaska will need that tonight.
Andrews at the top of the key looking for an option. 12:30 left in this first half. 11-8. Chaska with the lead. Down low, Andrews has it. After a spinning pass was thrown in, now they pull it out. John Henry sinks a tray, ties the game up at 11. Zach Leah coming off the basket by Henry, guarded by Dobbs in the backcourt. Nicholson now away for Bjorklund outside the arc. Zach Leah with it. Eliason in the corner, back around up top for Bjorklund, still outside the arc. Peters swinging around for Leah. Now it's dumped inside. Eliason has it. Assist to Nicholson, but Eliason couldn't finish. Right-handed hook shot. Too heavy. And with 11:48 left, Eden Prairie comes down, chance to take the lead. Kluge, Dobbs in the corner, pulls up, hits it. No, he missed the shot, but he got fouled on the three-pointer. So 3 free throws ahead for Drake Dobbs. We're going to get Matt Elias in the guilty party on that one.
Yeah, just one of those things where he gets beat, tries to recover way too fast, and knocks into him. On the other end, one of the things we'll have to watch also is Cole caught the ball, and he didn't go right away. They're able to bring that double team to Christensen.
Kluge's first free throw is too short. Stays all square at 11. Kluge the second of 3. First, it's up and good. Kluge, 2 for 3 on his free throw stint. Nicholson in the backcourt. He's picked up by Kluge in the backcourt. Brings it up right to left. Nicholson looked like he might have carried it. No whistle, though, as he picked up his dribble immediately. Bjorklund recovers now. 11.5 left in the first half. Bjorklund outside the arc. Chaska struggling to get it inside the arc. DJ Johnson's back on the floor for his defensive skills. For Eden Prairie. Bjorklund, Fix, the senior for Chaska, sees the court for the first time. Here's Peters. Johnson got a ball screen centered, and Marcus Peters sent it home. Free ball for the Chaska senior.
Boy, Marcus stepped into that one with a lot of confidence.
Oh, yeah. Here's Christensen, tried to answer. He pulls out inside off the glass. That's Andrews, excuse me. Austin Andrews took it to the hole. Give it Eden Prairie a 1-point lead.
Yeah, a little pump fake, got the defender up and right down the baseline, reverse layup.
Here's Bjorklund down the other end for Chaska. Very good pace so far. Nicholson made Kluge fall. He recovers though. Now Bjorklund fades away. No good. 10.5 left. 14-15 Eden Prairie lead. Kluge running the 1 for Eden Prairie. Dumps it down low for Andrews. It goes out of bounds. Chaska ball.
Yeah, I like the pace early on. They're letting them play a little bit of contact, physical game. But this is the section semifinals. It's supposed to be like that. So I think so far right now, I like the pace.
1-point lead, and it's been very fast, very physical so far. Something you come to expect when these two teams play. A turnover right off the Chaska inbound is stolen away by Eden Prairie's John Henry. Here's Drake Dobbs to the hole, bucket. 17-14, Dobbs' 4th point of the game.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough matchup here.
Johnson called for a foul. We saw earlier this year DJ Johnson likes to apply contact. He troubled Krinos the whole game. Johnson likes to do some holding to arm play. Got called for the foul on that one, and Krinos going to have a laugh about it right in his face.
Yeah, we're going to have a fun time here with Johnson and Krinos. They're clapping.
They're two very high energy guys. Yep. They got some character to them. Nicholson from 5. Got it to go with the right. 1-point game. Right off the inbound, Nicholson took it to the paint. Got a bucket to drop.
Yeah, and that was one of those things where he didn't wait for the double team to come. He went right away.
Catch and shoot by Henry is good. Dom's the assist. 4-point game. that head that you might see going in and out of the video feed is the referee. We have a camera set up so you can see the scoreboard, and from time to time they might get in the way. Nicholson down the other way, a lot of contact. Fitz outside, steps into one, hit the three, but it's a traveling call. He jumped around one too many steps. I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's more of a, almost of a jump stop where you catch the ball kind of in air, but I think because his feet were off the ground, he caught it, then he did it.
It was a stutter step.
Yep.
So it's a turnover. Chaska's, he made the three, but it didn't count. Kyler Kluge slipped around down low and had nobody within 5 feet of him, got the bucket. Dana Coleman calls time with the basketball in his hands. He just wants to have a conversation about that last call. We're going to go to break. Chaska timeout. When we come back, we got section semifinal basketball.
Lenzen Chevrolet Buick is a family-owned business, proud to service the Chaska area for the past 35 years. We sell both new and used cars. We got a complete service department with a body shop full service. We believe in community. We support the churches, the schools, the Lions clubs, the Chamber of Commerce, you name it. We're proud to be a community leader.
There's a better, brighter day ahead for patients who...
Here we are, back in action. 9:11 left. It's a 22-16 Eden Prairie lead. Chaska called the timeout, and we're out of it. Connor Krinos runs the baseline for the Hawks, gets it in for Matt Eliason. Krinos gets it back. He's being harassed by Drake Dobbs, who's riding him. No call. Marcus Peters dumps for Nicholson. Nicholson takes it to the hole, stopped up short. 10-footer is good. Nicholson has 4. Here's Kluge for Eden Prairie, right in front of us. Guarded by Peters. He drives inside against him and lays it in. Kluge's speed just too much for Marcus Peters on that one.
Yeah, and that's twice now that he's gotten around Marcus.
Nicholson down the other way, 24-18. Here's Krinos. Takes it inside, steps back, finds Eliason outside. David Flom calling out shots for his Eden Prairie squad. Here's Connor Krinos, dumps inside for Nicholson. Posting up, Nicholson gives it to Eliason, streaking in a bucket. 4-point game.
And that's going to be huge because they're just sagging off Matt with his lack of offensive skills. Almost double teaming Cole whenever he touches the ball. So if Matt can get a few buckets, maybe he'll change.
8 to go. Marcus Peters ties up Kyler Kluge's shot, and that's going to result in a jump ball. And possession arrow is with Eden Prairie, so look at the ball on the baseline. But a good tie-up. No,
absolutely. Good hands.
Yeah, Marcus Peters avoiding the foul, but also contesting the shot. Results in a stoppage. Kluge throws up a prayer. It's ugly. Right off the back iron. That was Dobbs, who threw up a prayer. Wasn't even close, went off the back iron. Eliason down the other way for the Hawks. Nicholson from the same spot dumps it out, and a foul. As he drove, that's 2 against Kyler Kluge. Kluge hasn't exited yet. Neither is, most of the Eden Prairie starting lineup has stayed on the floor, as is Chaska's, I suppose. 7:44 left here. You're listening to high school basketball. Section 2-4A semifinals. I'm Ryan Paul, joined by Eric Croucher. Nicholson pulls out from 3, and it's good! Chaska within 1. Nicholson fired up.
Yeah, he got a little space, and that's something he didn't get the other day. He was only took 1 3-pointer, made it. It's such a big part of his game, so he feels a little space. Why not?
We've said it ever since we did that first game in Eastview earlier this year. He'll beat you inside, and then once he pulls it out, he can really handle you out there too. Henry the dancer, no good. Nicholson the board. Chaska comes away with a chance to take the lead. Nicholson working right to left. Crosses over, hesitates. Krinos. Long ball, no good. That was a little trigger happy, I think, from the junior. 7 minutes left. Dobbs pushes ahead for Johnson. Tries to lay it in, no good. Push shot by Johnson. Nicholson comes away. The Hawks running the floor. Nicholson bounces inside for Eliason. He can't handle it, but now they find Zach Leah. A bounce pass to Bjorklund, but it's blocked. Momentum killer. Chaska had some fantastic ball movement, but a block shot on the Bjorklund floater. Here comes Andrews inside. Throws it out of bounds. It'll be Eden Prairie ball. A block shot. Nicholson's going to help up Austin Andrews after he swatted the ball out of his hands. 1 point game.
Boy, you watch these number 33ers here, Andrews and Nicholson. Two fantastic ball players on both sides of the court. Andrews does a nice job just sitting by the basket and waiting for that block.
Dobbs pulls it out. He's guarded by Chaska's defensive specialist, Matt Eliason. Gives it off now for Andrews. Now Connor Christensen back outside. Christensen for three. It's good. Eden Prairie's bigs, the sophomores, they'll beat you inside, as we said, but they've shown time after time in these 2 games that they've played this year, they can shoot the ball too. Yeah,
absolutely. And the one thing you just saw that possession, about 3 different screens, and a couple guys were able to get open, and it's tough. Those are big kids on Eden Prairie's side, so try to get through a pick. Sometimes you're going to get stuck, and Christensen's a guy who struggled at times this season, but man, if he can give them 12 to 14 points, this Eden Prairie team could go a long ways if they can win this section.
Time on the floor, called by Eden Prairie. Off of the 3-pointer, 30-second timeout, so we keep it right here. Reminder, our next game will be broadcast live, the second semifinal between Prairie Lake, the number 2 seed, and the number 3 seed, Edina. You can catch that game live at ChaskaBasketballReport.com. Should be a great one between the 2 and the 3 seeds. A wonderful day of basketball setting up for us here.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Edina is they got just unbelievable outside shooters. Anders Nelson, really a talented player. Jack Middleton. Prairie Lake's got the bigs, so something's got to give. But big matchup for Prairie Lake. They got to show that they belong right now.
So the section final will be played on the 16th at the higher seed. We're here at Jefferson today because the gym availability was a problem, as I'm sure if you listened to our last broadcast you heard a lot about. Chaska out of the timeout though. Nicholson on the elbow, takes it inside, fades away from 12, and it's good. 2-point game, Nicholson.
He looks locked in right now.
With 9. Here's Johnson now for Eden Prairie. Approaching 5.5 left in this first frame. Corner 3 is good by Connor Christensen. He's got 6.
Yeah, tough matchup for Parker. He doesn't play a lot on the wing defensively, and Christensen is pulling him out twice now.
Here comes Chaska. Matt Eliason catches off a ball screen. Nicholson rolls. He gets it now outside the arc, though. Bjorklund down low looking for an option. Finds exactly the sophomore. Leah pulls out. One-handed pass up ahead for Bjorklund. Catches outside the arc. Enters in. Now he stops up. Nicholson. Chaska passing lanes being cut off by Christensen. Very well down low for Eden Prairie. 5 minutes to go. First half. Zach Leah outside being guarded by Johnson. Nicholson rolls off of the screen. Has it up at the top of the key. Cole Nicholson, the junior. Crosses over. Shot got poked out of his hands. Zach Leah in the corner. Dobbs saved it from going out of bounds. Now Leah saves it. Chaska down low. Bjorklund, the assist to Nicholson. The layup. That's a tough frame of us to call, but Chaska got a layup down low. A couple tape-to-tape passes, if you want to call it in hockey terms, and it's back to a 3-point game. Outside, John Henry dumps it inside for Austin Andrews. Johnson from straight away. It's short. Crino's foul. It's going to go the other way. Connor Crino's drew a foul, and he's having some fun out there with these Eden Prairie guys. That's 2 against John Henry.
Yeah, I mean, DJ Johnson's really, really good defender, and he'll go to the hoop. You'll let him shoot threes all day long with this talented of a team.
3-point game, 4:22 to go. First half here from Jefferson High School. We'll get some substitutions. We're going to see Brendan Donahue.
Another sophomore.
We've seen Coach Flom. We saw Coach Flom do this last game. He brought in a couple players who we had never heard of before, and now we have Brendan Donahue seeing the floor. The 6-foot sophomore guard. I can tell you nothing more about him.
He played against Chanhassen the other night.
Okay.
In running time.
Okay. 4:07 left. Nicholson tried to throw a dart down low to Bjorklund, but it was blocked right off the melon of Kluger, Austin Andrews, and Eden Prairie comes away with it. under 4, 3-point game, 30-27. Here's Kluge at the top, looking for an option. He's guarded by Leah. Now they finally get over for Donahue. Kluge back up top. Christensen from 18, money. Connor Christensen hasn't missed it.
Yeah, all from this right side here of the court.
Right. Zach Leah quickly up ahead for the Hawks. 3.5 before we hit the halfway point. Crino's ill-advised floater missed. Chaska harasses Dobbs as he got the rebound, but Brendan Donahue comes away with it for Eden Prairie. He stops up. He's blocked by Nicholson. Mismatch here. Zach Leah pokes loose the pass. Good knowledge by Zach Leah to see who he was getting the pass from and poke it away.
He goaded Donahue into that one.
Bjorklund and one down at the other end.
2-4. Christensen
the foul.
His first.
.303 left. A packed house here at Bloomington Jefferson, and I can only imagine it's going to get busier as we move on. So Eden Prairie in some foul trouble early. Bjorklund to try to complete the 3-point play, but it's no good. Elias in the offensive board, though. He tried to throw it out of bounds, but he just missed the shin of Austin Andrews. Three minutes left. Dobbs slowly up ahead for Eden Prairie. Rocking the black headband, left knee sleeve. Now it's off here for Andrews at the top of the key. Andrews for Dobbs. Dobbs inside, streaking Andrews. He let it go, though. Now Henry in the game with 2 fouls, guarded by Crino's. Crino's going to get called for too much hands. Crino's is first. He's had some energy today. Chaska can keep him low in fouls. That theoretically be good for them. Quick inbound. Dobbs in the backcourt. Lot of contact from Bjorklund. Whistles stay silent, though. All the way over for Henry. Back up top for Kluge. Kluge dribbles around, right, left crossover. Now he fakes a pass inside, finds Dobbs. Chaska locking it down. Here's Kluge. Against Leah. Kluge takes it in. Good deflection by Leah, but they're going to call a foul on Zach Leah. He had the good contest up until he kind of slapped down at the hand of Kyler Kluge, at which point Kluge got the bucket to drop and the whistle is blown for a foul. Zach Leah's first foul of the night. 34-29 with a free throw coming from Kyler Kluge.
Yeah, one thing with Eden Prairie, you can guard the heck out of Dobbs and Andrews, but then they have 3 other guys that can kill you, and that's right now. It's
3-point play. The ball sits on the rim for almost a second. That was insane. How do you explain that? Bjorklund tried to spin one in. It would have been a wonderful layup. That's number 3 against Henry or Kluge? Kluge. So Bjorklund's going to get 2 free throws.
Yeah, the problem with that is Kluge tried falling. He fell back before the contact happened and whistle it.
Bjorklund's free throw shooting down the stretch here kind of suffered.
Big minutes.
Right.
You know, I mean, big minutes for a kid that is really playing his first year of starting basketball.
Right.
You know,
He played last year, yeah. Goes 0 for 2 on that free throw stint. 2:07 left. Chance for Chaska to possibly crawl closer as we approach halftime. Diminished by the missed free throws. Under 2 left. Kluge on the bench for Eden Prairie. Here's Johnson. Inside, Andrews misses, gets his own board though. Leah the block, but a foul.
I think it's going to be on Parker on the body.
It'll be number 2 on Bjorklund.
Great recognition by Andrews to realize that Parker's daubers were down a little bit after missing 2 free throws. Got the ball attacked right away.
The first free throw by Austin Andrews is good. The 6'5" sophomore at the free throw line. We'll see freshman Spencer Getz for the first time tonight. Bjorklund's going to exit with 2 fouls and 9 points.
Yeah, big minute 50 here for Chaska. It's 6, almost 7-point game if he makes it.
Good. 1:50 to go. Chaska looking a little bit somber out there. Eden Prairie going to apply pressure in the backcourt. Ryder at halftime will be joined by Chaska High School all-time leading scorer Miles Hansen and current Columbia Lion basketball player. Stick with us for that. Here's Matt Eliason. Zach Leah catches, pushes ahead for Krinos. Krinos a stutter, close travel. Not called though. Now inside, Eliason blocked by Connor Christensen. It comes the other way, and a foul going to go against Matt Eliason. Tough one.
Yeah, and that, unfortunately for Matt, I think his MO over the season is, man, when he's one-on-one defending, he doesn't pick up a lot of fouls. It's that away from, 60 feet away from the basket type stuff where he picks up those cheap fouls, and they need him on the floor defensively.
Eden Prairie in the backcourt. 90 seconds left. Johnson's going to bring it up for the number 1 seeded Eagles. Winner of this goes on to play the winner of the Edina Prior Lake game on Friday night. Here's Dobbs rather. Dobbs inside for Donahue. Donahue kicks it out. Here's a 3-ball from Christensen, who hasn't missed. Now he does. Zach Leah got out-rebounded though, but finally Andrew Fix comes to save the day as we go under a minute here from Jefferson High School. 36-29 the score. Hawks trailing Eden Prairie with 56 seconds left. Zach Leah guarded by Donahue. Now outside for Nicholson. Nicholson catches. Chaska sets up a play. Dana Coleman calling out some shots. Eden Prairie's defense blocking down the Hawks. Here comes Nicholson. Hesitation. Now inside. Leah foul by Donahue. 1-1.
Yeah, some of it's about recognizing who you got defending you. Eden Prairie, they were able to attack there the last time because they realized, hey, Matt Eliason isn't on the court. Same thing here. A couple guys on the bench for Eden Prairie. And Zach, smart enough, he got a sophomore, doesn't play much. Makes a nice little move, gets to the free throw line.
Donahue sits. Zach Leah with 39.5 to go. 1-1 free throw. First is good. One more coming.
Parker has 2.
1 for 2. The second free throw no good. 38 seconds left. Eden Prairie the board. 6-point game. First half. Dobbs picked up by Fix. Now they're going to wait for the last shot. 26 seconds and ticking. Connor Krinos guards Johnson at the timeline. Johnson tries to spin away from him. Can't do anything with it. One counting. Andrew Fix is on the floor. Can't get a steal though. Here comes Dobbs. Dobbs wants to hand it off for Johnson. He does. 10 seconds left. Krinos guarding Johnson. Johnson takes it inside, spins it in for Andrews. Andrews goes up with it. Foul. No good. Four seconds left. A tic-tac foul called against Chaska. Who'd they get?
Spencer.
They got Spencer. So that's, in that situation, probably one of the better things that could happen there in case of who picked up the foul, because guys you already have in foul trouble, you don't want to suffer anymore. 4.3 left. 2 shots for Andrews. First one is good.
Yeah, you'll see that a lot. Anytime there's a second man in, they usually whistle that guy for the foul. Not sure Cole needs any help with Andrews, but
second free throw to make it an 8-point game. It's up and good. 4.3 left before the halfway point of this game is reached. Fix needs to get it in. Finds Leah. At the buzzer, Nicholson from half court. It's up and just off the backboard. It was close. But at halftime, it's a 38-30 Eden Prairie lead. When we come back from Jefferson, we'll bring you the final 18 minutes of this first semifinal. Miles Hansen will join us coming up after these quick commercial break. We'll be right back on the Lenz and Chevrolet Buick Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network.
Lenz and Chevrolet Buick is a family-owned business, proud to service the Chaska area for the past 35 years. We sell both new and used cars. We got a complete service department with a body shop full service. We believe in community. We support the churches, the schools, the Lions clubs, the Chamber of Commerce, you name it. We're proud to be a community leader.
There's a better, brighter day ahead for patients who visit St. Francis Rehabilitative Services. Our wide-ranging, innovative, and compassionate care offers adults and children the services and support that inspire them to a higher quality of life. Among our services is our comprehensive sports medicine program, specializing in preventing, diagnosing, and treating sports-related injuries, helping you return to the activities that fuel your passion. St. Francis Rehabilitative Services, with clinic locations in Chaska, Shakopee, and Savage. Schedule an appointment.
Well, welcome back to Jefferson High School. We're at halftime. Eden Prairie leads Chaska 38-30. I'm Ryan Paul, joined by Eric Frauscher on the color commentary tonight. We now bring in former Chaska Hawk and current Columbia Lion, Chaska Hawks all-time leading scorer Miles Hansen. Miles, how you doing? How's everything going in New York?
I'm doing well. Everything's going really well. The city life is super busy. With the academics they have there, the workload on top of basketball and everything is a lot, but it took me a little bit to get acclimated, but I really love it out there. It's a lot of fun.
Your first season as a Columbia Lion, give us a couple words to sum it up as a college basketball player.
It's just not really what you expect. I think I was really fortunate in high school to have the coaches that I did and to have the teammates that I did, and I was just really blessed with everything that I was surrounded by, and I had a great experience. And I think you kind of get that feeling of basketball turns more into a business as you get higher, and there's a lot of politics in it. And I think it was a good thing for me to experience, because I think adversity overall makes you stronger. So there was a lot of things that our whole team struggled with this year, and but overall it was a really good experience, and I really enjoyed just being there, meeting my teammates, getting close with them, and I'm really fortunate to have a big freshman class that I really enjoy being with. So
you guys finished 8-19 overall. I got one more, and then we can go to you.
Sure.
What was it like? I know you played varsity. You played varsity for 4 years with Chaska.
Yeah.
You did. What was it like? It's been a while since you kind of played with a new slate of guys. What was it like to be completely reacclimated to a different team?
I think it was really difficult because we had some guys. We have some guys that are international players. We had guys from Germany, Australia, Italy, and so those guys aren't actually with us in the summer when we're in New York and we're playing pickup and we're getting used to playing with each other, building chemistry, working out together, everything. So to kind of start fresh, make sure all the freshmen are on top of everything while getting those players who weren't with us all summer into the mix. I think it was a challenge, but at the same time, overall, I think it was just a challenge. I don't think it really comes easy for anybody, but I guess the main thing is just communication, making sure everyone is on the same page, and making sure you guys all have the same goal, and just everyone's on top of everything. It was a lot different, obviously, from when I was at Chaska, but I think in the end, we have a big freshman class. Our incoming freshmen next year, we're super close with. I think as our team gets a little older, and as my class gets a little older, I think that the chemistry will continue to build, and I think that we'll be really, really good.
Yeah, going back a year, Miles, what was it like playing in this section tournament a year ago? You had the big game against Edina in the semifinals, and then I think it was 41-39 in a section final against the CP team. This section is a grind, and whoever comes out on Friday is going to have to win and play two amazing games today and Friday.
Yeah, I think I don't know. Last year was just an unbelievable experience. The Edina game was one of my favorite games I played in. I think just the overall pace of the game and the competition and how exciting that game was unbelievable, especially because we kind of avenged our loss that we had earlier to them that season. And then the game against EP, we knew it was going to be a grinder. We knew that it probably wasn't going to be very high scoring. You look at teams like Shakopee, you look at teams like Jefferson, sometimes EP, depending on who they're playing. You get a lot of teams in high school that because there's no shot clock, they kind of want to grind you down. They want it to be low scoring. They want to beat you by 5-6 points. They don't want to run up and down. And I think that's something we had to mentally prepare for because we had such a different style of play.
Yep.
But I mean, we did a really good job, and I think the most important thing was just that we got that win. We got that 7th trip to the state tournament that our high school was just waiting on, and it was just a great experience for everybody.
Absolutely. Talking about this current team, I know you've watched from afar a few times. You caught that Edina game.
Yeah.
Are you a bit surprised that, with only 3 guys back, that they were able to win 20-plus games again? Cole's obviously had a nice season, but a lot of other guys, Parker, who you played with last year, really stepped up. Connor Krinos has had a great year. So, to lose so much after last year, for them to win 20 games this year.
I think, honestly, I wasn't that surprised, and I say this because I was actually talking to my friends earlier. I remember in the Eden Prairie game last year in the section final, our starters, we just couldn't get a bucket. We couldn't buy a bucket.
Sure.
We started down big, and our bench came in. I think they scored like 14 of our first 16 and just gave us that spark. And I think our team is even in the past has been just a prime example of not always having the all-star, but always just building that chemistry to the point where it's going to be tough to beat them no matter what. And I think some of the things that we implemented last year, even things like team sleepovers, team dinners, everything that we did as a team in order to build chemistry, everything kind of carried over into this year. And I think that the work ethic that Matt, Cole, Parker, all those guys have, they knew that they were gonna not be at a disadvantage, but with how many guys left last year, I think they knew how much work they had to put in order to be good this year, and they did what they needed to do, and they're showing it right now in the season. So
yeah, last one here, just real quick here. What's next? You probably home for spring break and then finish out the semester, and then I'm guessing you're there most of the summer, or no?
Last summer I was there for about 7 weeks. I'm there for about 4 or 5 weeks this summer, running camps as an internship, kind of making some money. I think I'll probably be working for Gatorade as well.
Sweet.
And then, after I'm home until next Tuesday, the 20th or whatever it is, and then I got about 6 more weeks left of school, a week of finals, and then I come home May 8th. So I'll be home in the summer a little bit in June, a lot in May, and July and August. So I'm excited.
Good. All right. Well, that's Miles Hansen, former Chaska Hawks. He's you're one of, how many guys have 2,000 points for Chaska? Is it just 2? You and Spencer had
Chaska?
it? Or are you the only one?
Yeah.
You're the only one?
Yeah.
The only 2,000 point scorer in Chaska. I got to know my numbers. The only 2,000 point scorer in Chaska history, and the Chaska High School all-time leading scorer because of that. Miles Hansen, he'll be home Tuesday. I'm sure you're going to be a hot commodity. Thanks for joining us, buddy. Appreciate it. We'll be right back from Jefferson.
Man. Good seeing you.
Lenzen Chevrolet Buick is a family-owned business, proud to service the Chaska area for the past 35 years. We sell both new and used cars. We got a complete service department with a body shop full service. We believe in community. We support the churches, the schools, the Lions clubs, the Chamber of Commerce, you name it. We're proud to be a community leader.
There's a better, brighter day ahead for patients who visit St. Francis Rehabilitative Services. Our wide-ranging, innovative, and compassionate care offers adults and children the services and support.
Shocking.
Here we go, back from Jefferson High School. Ryan Paul and Eric Croucher with you for the second half of action between the number 1 seed, Chaska High School Hawks, and the number 1 seed, Prairie Eagles, and the number 4 seed, Chaska Hawks. The Hawks get it off the inbound. They are working left to right across your dial screen, however you're listening to us this evening for Section 2-4A basketball. Ryan Paul and Eric Croucher with you. Chaska starts with it. Nicholson down low, block shot goes out of bounds. It'll be Chaska ball as it trickled its way out of bounds. Just underway here in the second half. Scoring leaders from the first frame. Chaska, Nicholson, and Bjorklund both had 9, and Christensen and Kluge tied up with 8 for Eden Prairie. Out of bounds. Ball goes in favor of Eden Prairie.
Yeah, no surprise. Cotter Kluge with 3 fouls starts on Matt Eliason. He's not on Cole Nicholson to begin with.
Reminder, our next broadcast will be at 2 o'clock. We will bring you the other semifinal between Edina and Prior Lake. Kluge for Eden Prairie with 30 seconds in to the second half. Gives it up top for Dobbs. Back to Kluge now. Kluge 3 fouls in that first half. Starts out the second half for David Flom and the Eagles staff. Here's Kluge now. Down low, inside for Andrews. Andrews against Nicholson. Nicholson contests. Now Kluge takes the paint against Leah. Puts it up and one. Leah gave him a tap and Kluge completed the play. 10-point lead. Chance to go even higher to that double-digit lead with this free throw from Kyler Kluge.
Yeah, that's the second time now Zach has been in good position. Probably a no call in my opinion. Just let it play on, but not much contact.
Kluge's free throw is no good, but Eden Prairie almost snuck away with a rebound. Chaska's Zach Leah comes away though. He's going to be guarded by Dobbs. Now he pushes ahead for Nicholson. Probably the most aggressive team Chaska's seen all year besides that Cooper home game. You know, defensively, they're gonna guard you on you're gonna face guard you as Bjorklund spins one in, but they're gonna face guard you. They're gonna guard you out wide or out deep.
Yeah, twice as much contact there on Parker's move.
Yeah, I thought so too.
And same referee.
16:36 left inside. Andrews shakes around, gives it off for Dobbs. Dobbs pulls one, and it's off. Oh, yep, Kluge, you're right. Nicholson comes away after the missed 3. 8-point game. Chaska still not out of it by any means. Bjorklund for Chaska at the top of the key. Takes it inside the paint. Slows up. Bjorklund looking a little bit slowed down here early. 2 fouls. Nicholson from the elbow. His jumper is off. Christensen the board for Eden Prairie. 16:07 left. 40-32. Eliason's going to pick up Dobbs as he brings it up. Across the 16-minute mark. 2 minutes into this second half here on the Lenz and Chevrolet Buick Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. Thanks Miles Hansen for joining Eric and I in that halftime break. Here's Kluge. Takes it in. Dishes out. Now he dishes out for Kluge. That was Dobbs who dished it out for Kluge. Zach Leah shuts down Kluge, but now he takes it to the rack. Can't finish. Zach Leah the board. Matt Eliason helps him out with tipping that one.
Yeah, big possession right here. They had a chance to cut it to 5 or 6 last time. Didn't get anything. Need something here.
Here comes the Hawks. Bjorklund takes it to the paint. Goes up with the left. It's not even close. Matt Eliason grabs the board, and Eden Prairie's going to get a foul. They're going to get Dobbs. That'll be his first, if it is Dobbs. They did get Dobbs. It'll be his first foul of the game. First of the half against the Eagles.
Yeah, you can see the frustration building with Drake Dobbs a little bit. He's just getting zero space on the offensive end with Eliason guarding him.
The Eliason effect, might we say. Johnson a foul. Nope. Are they going to get it down low? They might get Kluge for 4th. They did?
Nope.
They got Christensen. What? I thought they were going to get Kluge, and if they did, it would have been 4 on him. Krinos inbounds for Bjorklund. Nicholson crosses over, steps back, hesitates, finds Krinos down for Chaska. Krinos steps back, offensive foul against Connor Krinos. He pushed off at DJ Johnson. Krinos getting a little bit too, I don't know, a little too happy, if you want to say, yeah. Him and Johnson been going at it all game.
Yeah, and Connor's got to let the game come to him a little bit more. The first half, again, being guarded by somebody really, really tough. Those wild floaters, just not his biggest strength in his game. Let it come to you.
Eden Prairie with the ball. 14:59 left. A lob. And it's good to Austin Andrews. Kluge set it up perfectly. 10-point game. Leah guarded by Dobbs in the backcourt. They finally get it across the timeline. Here's Nicholson. He goes in with aggression. Nicholson not really getting anything going here for himself on the passing end of things. He's really been harassed by these Eden Prairie defenders. Now Bjorklund spins around inside, fades away with the left. It's no good. Bjorklund is 0 for 3 to start the half. Down there with that shot.
Yeah, a little too far away from the hoop.
In the corner, Andrews all by himself, takes it inside. Gives it off for Christensen. Christensen, hook shot, no good. Nicholson the rebound. Here comes Zach Leah right across us, left to right. Nicholson stops up at the three-point arc, gives it off for Krinos. Inside, Krinos to Nicholson. Backing down, Nicholson against Christensen. Can't get anything going, into the corner for Leah. Leah takes the baseline. Shut down though, tries to go to the hoop. Drake Dobbs quickly away with the rebound. Nicholson's gonna hack him. Good foul.
Good foul. Yep. No shoot, not a shooting foul.
So Eden Prairie's going to get the ball on the baseline. Nicholson shut down Dobbs as he took it to the hole, but they got the foul on the floor. So a good foul by Nicholson.
Credit Eden Prairie. They're really, really defending hard. And, I know Peters has got a 3, Krinos has got a 3, Nicholson's got a 3, but they're not allowing much space on the outside. And Chaska, that's a big part of their game is three-point shooting.
Dobbs gives it off for Kluge. 13:50 left. We'll see Andrew Fix check into the next dead ball for Chaska. Here's Andrews outside the arc, finds it over for Christensen. Christensen had the hot hand in the first half. Can't get this one to drop from long range. Bjork on the board for the Hawks. Here comes the wrong
side. He's on the wrong side.
Yeah.
He likes the right side.
Peters from the corner, air ball. Kluge a rebound. Chaska's really been hindered by some ill-advised shots in this down the stretch of the season. Some of their, not of their top shooters. In the corner, here's Christensen. He misses this one. There comes Nicholson for Chaska, left to right. Nicholson stomps up, hesitates, takes it inside. Foul against Christensen. That's number 3.
You can see some of these guys' faces. They're gassed. I mean, this pace of this game has been just tremendous. And the physicalness. I mean, and when these teams are only going 6-7 deep, it wears on you a little bit. So, those ill-advised shots you were just talking about, they happen.
Krinos inbounds to Nicholson. Fake handoff. Nicholson down low, posting up against Kluge. Throws it up. It's no good. Chaska fans want a foul in case you couldn't hear. Kluge. Drop step inside. Pulls up from 3. He hit it. 4-point play chance. They got Andrew Fix for a hand in his face. Wow. Dobbs drained the 3 ball, and Andrew Fix had a hand in his face. They called him for contact. Dana Coleman is livid, and he calls time with 12:50 to go. A 45-32 explosion for Eden Prairie. We're going to go to break. When we come back, we'll have the final 12:50 of this semifinal.
Lenzen Chevrolet Buick is a family-owned business, proud to service the Chaska area for the past 35 years. We sell both new and used cars. We got a complete service department with a body shop full service. We believe in community. We support the churches, the schools, the Lions clubs, the Chamber of Commerce, you name it. We're proud to be a community leader.
Welcome back to the Section 2 4A semifinals. The first game of the afternoon from Jefferson High School. For us on the Lenzen Chevrolet Buick Chaska Hawk Broadcast Network, I'm Ryan Paul, joined by Eric Croucher tonight. It's a 45-32 lead for the number 1 seed Eden Prairie Eagles. Drake Dobbs will be headed to the free throw line for a chance to complete a 4-point play.
Yeah, right now, I mean, you just look at the Eden Prairie, 10, 4, 7, 8, 6, 10, so balanced. How do you guard all 5 guys? And you look on this side, 11, 4, 3, 2. What Eden Prairie is able to do is they're just sucking down on Chaska's bigs. Nothing from the outside right now. There's not that inside-outside game that Chaska's been successful at.
Doms fails to complete the three-point play. His free throw is short. Nicholson all the way at the other end finds Spencer. Gets down low. Got a bucket. The freshman for Chaska.
Yeah, great pass from Cole. Through the defender. Spencer was in the right spot.
12 and a half left. Johnson ahead for the Eagles. Dobbs with it for Eden Prairie. Had an open streaker inside. Pulls out instead. Is guarded by Marcus Peters. Chaska fans calling for a 5-second violation. I don't think it was enough to warrant that. Here comes Kluge. Guarded by the freshman. Gets to the top of the key. Kluge inside. Too easy for Kyler Kluge. He's done that a couple times tonight. He's up to 12. Nicholson down low for Chaska. 11:51 to play in the game. Nicholson goes up, misses his layup, but he's bailed out by a foul call.
Yeah, I mean, that prime example of what Eden Prairie's been able to do. Austin Andrews just sits underneath the basket waiting for Cole to come. They double team every time. They don't need to guard 5 guys on this end of the court.
Second foul against number 33, Austin Andrews. Nicholson for 2. Its first one is good.
Yeah, interesting note on both Nicholson and Andrews. Both were 33. They each topped 1,000 points of their career late in the season.
That's
Andrews
right.
started at Maranatha Christian, played the last 2 years at Eden Prairie, and then Cole being a junior. So hats off to those two. Many more points to come.
Exactly. Nicholson, I forgot to mention it on the broadcast. He, the other night against, what was it?
Minnetonka.
Minnetonka, man. He collected his 1,000 high school point. He has 1,008 coming into the game tonight. They couldn't stop the game, and we weren't alerted of it on the broadcast network because it's a section game, so they're not allowed to stop the game for that kind of a celebration. Anyway, back on this game. It's an 11-point lead for Eden Prairie. Dobbs from the elbow, rims in and out with 11 and a half left. 47-36, the score stays. Elijah comes away for Chaska. Here's Bjorklund now. Chaska and Eden Prairie both looking a little bit gassed. A long pass, Crino's in the corner. Nicholson, the assist, no good. Bjorklund getting out rebounded. Matt Elijah. He called a timeout. No, it goes out of bounds, and instead they're going to give it to Eden Prairie. Not sure.
Hey, if it's a 50-50 ball and one guy's diving on the ground,
Yeah.
give the ball to Chaska. No, I thought the ball went off the right hand of Eliason. Kid's a hustler. Fun to watch.
Indeed he is. We've got 11 minutes left in this first semifinal of the afternoon. Here's John Henry, came off the bench tonight for the Eagles. Pushed off of Marcus Peters down low, got away with it. Now he pulls up a catch and shoot from John Henry. 50-36, Chaska really starting to pack in here.
Yeah, good rotational defense. There was a hand in Henry's face.
Henry
That's a big shot.
He got that off quick, too.
Yep.
Peters harassed by Dobbs at the top. Now Elias is going to try to get something going. A 3-ball is no good with 10 and a half left. 50-36, Eden Prairie pulling away from Chaska. Hawks got out of the section last year with a section final victory over Eden Prairie. A year ago Friday. Now a jump ball. Eden Prairie fans want some reach-ins. Both fans want something different than a jump ball. With 10:15 left, there's a timeout as to the jump ball. Possession going to go in favor of Eden Prairie.
No, they got a timeout, actually.
Oh, they got a timeout instead of the jump? Okay. So Eden Prairie called a timeout, which avoided the jump ball. So a 30-second timeout on the floor. It's 50-36. Eden Prairie is led by Kyler Kluge with 12. Austin Andrews with 10. Connor Christensen with 8. Chaska, Nicholson, and Bjorklund both have 11. What can you say?
Yeah, I mean, Eden Prairie is a top seed for a reason. And this is a team that last week beat number 1 Cretin-Derham Hall. They've played a tremendous schedule. They're a tremendous team. They're the team to beat. And right now they're playing as well as they can. And some of it's, right now Chaska shot selection isn't great.
Right.
But when you're down, you got to try stuff. And the way Eden Prairie is defending Chaska's top guys, it's probably going to have to come from other guys if they want to get back in the game.
10:15 left. Don't count them out yet, but Eden Prairie really starting to pull away. Dom's got away with a walk.
Foot is foot.
Oh. Kluge with 3 fouls on the floor. Down low, Eliason blocks Dobbs and a foul on that one. Eliason with the body made contact as Dobbs went up with it. 2 free throws ahead for the sophomore. Eden Prairie typically starting 4 sophomores. They did for the majority of the season. Tonight they started the senior DJ Johnson. Dobbs' first of 2 is no good. Johnson steps in to give him a word of encouragement and a tap on his rear end. 10:05, the second one from Dobbs. Rims in and out. Nicholson, a good box out for the rebound. That's the kind of thing that fires Chaska up. If in situations like this, if they need a spark, 2 missed free throws and a good box out from Cole Nicholson might just do it. Johnson gets away with a slap. Bjorklund runs into the into the baseline. Connor Greenos from the corner. His 3 is no good. He's gone silent after a first 3. And now Eliason puts a second chance layup up, and he's fouled.
Boy, Matt Eliason, first he gets a screen to get Greenos open. Then he hustles under the basket. Somehow takes the ball down away from 2 big guys. Draws the foul on Andrews, his 3rd. So, again, that kid never quits.
Both teams into the game have a 20-7 record. Eliason's first 3 free throws no good, but Eden Prairie playing a substantially more difficult schedule. Chaska's schedule was just based on the conference that they play in. I mean, you can't really avoid it, but here's Eliason. Second free throw, no good. They exchange over 2 free throws to Eden Prairie and Chaska. Here comes the Eagles. Dobbs for Eden Prairie with 9:37 left. 50-36 lead. Johnson, a hesitation. Eden Prairie's going to try to run some clock off here. Christensen at the top, guarded by Bjorklund. Bjorklund's going to try to take the ball away. Can't do it. Eden Prairie almost throws it around. Andrews saves it, though. Now he's guarded by Nicholson. A lot of contact right in front of the Eden Prairie bench. Take a handoff. Now they get off for Christensen, rather. Christensen with a couple big 3s in this one. Johnson crosses over. Harassed by Greenos. Going to steal by the Chaska Jr. That's going to fire up. Bodies all over the floor and a foul. They're going to get Connor Christensen for his 4th foul. We're going that way.
Yeah, you get a little
sequence.
Yeah, you get a little Johnson Greenos. Johnson trying to do too much there. He immediately comes out for that decision. They're going to leave Christensen with 4 fouls here with 9 minutes to go. Well, there comes Donahue. Going back to that schedule thing, the one thing I'll credit Chaska, they might play in the Metro West Conference. You look at their non-conference schedule, top 10 North St. Paul, top 10 Lakeville North, top 10
Orno,
at the time, Edina, Delano. That thing was loaded. Eden Prairie, Shakopee most years. So their non-conference schedule, darn good.
Yep.
It's that conference schedule. They get some, that's a foul.
Zach Leah's hacked at 18 as he tried to pull up a jumper. 2 free throws coming.
4 on Kluge.
4 Chaska, and they've got 4 on Kyler Kluge now. So 2 Eden Prairie guys with 4 fouls. That, another thing that's going to fall in Chaska's favor here down the stretch as long as they can stay out of foul trouble. Leah's first free throw is no good. So Chaska's 0 for 3 in the last 3 free throws. Little tight are these Chaska Hawks in this one. Different situation than that section semifinal. 0 for 4 in the last 4.
Yeah, they missed about 8 or 9 free throws dating back to maybe the last 5 minutes of the first half.
Eliason goes 0 for 2. Now Zach Leah goes 0 for 2. And they're going to get a foul on Zach Leah. Dobbs Kluge was on the sideline, and they tried to double-team trap him, but too much hands from Zach Leah. That'll be number 4 on the sophomore, or number 3 on the sophomore.
Well, when you only go 7 players, Eden Prairie, they're leaving Kluge out with 4 fouls, even though there's 9 minutes.
Down low, Austin Andrews all by himself. That's the second time that's happened tonight where Eden Prairie has had Andrews or Christensen wide open all by themselves down to the block, and it's just too easy at that point, 52-36.
Again, guarding 5 guys for an entire possession gets to be really tough over and over and over and over.
Nicholson's going to try to spark something, but his 3 ball is off, and John Henry the rebound. That might just secure it for Eden Prairie here with 8:13 left. Kluge to the hole, dishes it out for Andrews. Gives it back for Kluge. Now Donahue, the sophomore, inside with the right hand. He misses. Nicholson the rebound. Nicholson threw just a too heavy pass. I mean, that's just kind of the way this game has been going for Chaska. Nicholson had a wide open Parker Bjorklund streaking ahead, and he just simply threw it over for his head.
Yeah, Parker went towards the corner, and I think Cole thought he might go towards the basket. Again, fatigue hits this point of the game. Those guys have played some big minutes, and again, so physical and frustrating too right now.
Kluge checks out with 7:45 left and 4 fouls. He leads the game with 12 points. Eliason guards Dobbs. Krinos and Johnson still going at it off the ball. This is fun to watch. Here's Henry to the hole, too. 54-36. Eden Prairie handling Chaska with 7.5, just under that mark now. Eliason ahead for the Hawks. Nicholson tries a 3. That's not going to fall. Matt Eliason mugs Tyler Kluge as they were both going for a rebound. 7:14 left. 18-point Eden Prairie lead. Dobbs to the free throw line. His last trip was over 2 hours. Brief pause before Dobbs gets his first chance at a free throw. This one is good. It's a 1-and-1 chance for Drake Dobbs, and he hits the first one, putting him up to 4 points.
Yeah, always one of the fun parts about these semifinals. You get the overlapping crowds. This is a huge crowd right now.
Yeah. 7:10 left. Chaska down 19 to Eden Prairie. Starting to run away from this Hawks team. Krinos off a ball screen, tries a 3. Too flat.
Yep.
They're really. Have they hit a 3 at this half? I don't think.
They haven't hit. Nope. 3 in the first half, but.
Krinos and Johnson are still going at it. Dobbs drives, throws up he wasn't even trying to make it. He just went up and got fouled.
Yeah, Eden Prairie's playing smart basketball right now. They're taking a little bit of clock off. They're going towards the rim just like they did in the first half, and they're not relying on jump shots. Chaska, unfortunately, has had to shoot jump shot after jump shot after jump shot.
Peters was the first, or was the foul? The foul was called on Peters, excuse me. Dobbs gets it to trickle in. 6:45 left. 21-point lead for Eden Prairie. Here comes Chaska's Nicholson inside to the paint. Nicholson was hacked. 2 free throws coming up on the arm. Nicholson got mugged. Reminder, we're going to have a brief break before our second semifinal of the afternoon between Edina and Prior Lake, and we will be back for that game. You will not be able to, if you are on the Cube website right now, you will not be able to stay on this stream. It'll be a different video stream. You will have to go to chaskabasketballreport.com to get that game. We'll end this stream and start a new one. So I would recommend going to chaskabasketballreport.com, refreshing your browser before we start that second game. Dobbs shimmies off of Peters. Back to a 19-point deficit. York with a steal for Chaska. Nicholson pushes on, or Johnson pushes off of Krinos. Krinos is the free throw line for a 1-and-1. 6:15 left. Chaska trying to pull it in closer. First one is up and good. Back to an 18-point lead. Second one good.
His first point since
the 3 ball.
Yeah, early in the first couple minutes.
17-point game. Kluge harassed by Chaska's defenders. He finally gets it away for Dobbs. Kluge and Andrews out there, or Christensen out there with 4 fouls, both for Eden Prairie. Offensive foul against Andrews. Krinos stood in there and took it. Possibly a little acting.
I'd say the Oscars were last week, right?
Yeah.
He felt it, but
It's number 5 on Austin Andrews.
in hockey, that's given 2 minutes for embellishment, but
Andrews gets serenaded off the floor by the Chaska student. Under 6 left. It's a 17-point game. Here comes Zach Lee up for Chaska. Nicholson misses a 3. Eden Prairie comes away. That would have been big.
yeah,
In the scheme of things. Kluge's going to back it out. Nicholson's going to guard him. Nicholson, only 1 foul. He has a little bit of contact to give. Chaska steal. The Yorkman comes up. He's going to take it all the way in, throw it up, and make it. Here come the Hawks. I don't want to say anything. Oh, Zach Leah steal. Here we go, baby. Leah stealing. It's fouled. 2 free throws.
you know, the one thing that that Dana Coleman said the other night, if shots aren't falling, you can still guard. And right now, Chaska is getting back in this because of defense.
Yep. And we'll see, because they've still got 2 guys out there with 4 fouls. If they start losing more guys as Zach Leah misses a free throw.
They do have 9 guys still in the bench.
They do have, yeah, we've still got a handful of names on the roster. But you already lose Andrews, who finishes tonight with, what has he got? 12 points. Leah makes the second one for the rare occasion it seems to be tonight. Eden Prairie inbounds. Dobbs pushes ahead, a long one for Christensen. Here comes Kluge now. Misses it. Carino's the board. It was a 3-ball shot up by Kluge. Here come the Hawks. Zach Lee in the corner. 5 minutes left. Peters for 3. Nope, that's off. Nicholson just got out rebounded though. They got to get it across the timeline. Here's Dobbs. He's being harassed by Zach Leah. Now Marcus Peters gets pushed off of by Christensen. They barely get it across, and the Yorkland just gets calling for sticking his leg out, and it's going to be a 1-and-1 for Eden Prairie.
Yeah, Eden Prairie fans wanted to foul about 3 different times on that one. That was a foul right there. Had the leg extended. That'd have been a big one from Peters again.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
.443 left. Dobbs at the free throw line. Makes the first one. Dobbs is up to 11 after having 4 in the first half.
Well, the thing with Eden Prairie right now, you've got a 15-point lead. That last shot from Kluge, you don't need the long 3-pointer. You got to play smart.
Second free throw rims in and out. Here come the Hawks. Zach Leah to the rack. Trickles in and out, but Nicholson's there for the putback. 13-point deficit. Now they're going to get a foul on Carino's. Now they get 2 free throws to the double bonus. Don't know about that one.
Yeah, well, that's Coach Flom talking to the ref at the last set of sequence. Same scenario. Probably should have called it the first time, but
Kluge's first free throw is good. He'll get one more as we are in the double bonus. Second one is off. Bjork on the board for the Hawks. Here's Peters as Carino's pushes it for Chaska. Bjorklund inside, finds Carino's in the corner, fades away, it's off. 4:16 left, Eden Prairie comes away, and a couple corner threes from Chaska here late. Might have got him back in it, but with 4 minutes left and a 14-point deficit, it's becoming ever so much more of a dream here.
yeah, I talked about early in the game that Chaska was going to have to hit from the outside. Somebody was going to have a big game.
Yep.
What that does is that it opens up the inside game for Cole and Parker, and that really didn't happen. And you know, it's been a struggle for Parker and Cole. They've really had to work just to get to 15 and 13. So
Kluge was fouled, and we shoot we shoot the double bonus back to a 15-point lead as he makes the first one. Second one from Kluge is good. 16-point lead. Here comes Nicholson for Chaska. We go under 4 left. 61-45. Nicholson's going to have to take over here. He goes up with it. Fouled. No call. Eden Prairie aboard. Chaska's still going to face guard in the backcourt. They get it away for Henry. Henry pushes ahead. They've got 2-on-1 Bjorklund. Can't defend DJ Johnson as he goes for a pair. And is back to an 18-point lead. Chaska gave it a little run, but as we approach the 3.5 mark, Eden Prairie really showing their relentlessness here. Leah wants a ball screen. Nicholson sets it. Rolls off. Nicholson takes it inside. Stopped up short. Leah from the corner. 3. No good. They have not made a single 3 this whole half. Wow. That's going to be the story, is this poor Chaska shooting.
yeah, you couple that with free throws. You know, the first 5 minutes of this half, last 5 minutes of last half. Yeah, and Chaska traditionally has not shot the ball well in this gym. Whatever it is, it's continued today.
That's true. You talk to the guys as Dobbs makes the first free throw of 2. They just hate this gym. I mean, the coaches, the players say that the floor is hard, which I mean you can kind of. The rims are tough. As Dobbs misses number 2.
Well, think about my free throws Drake Dobbs has missed.
Right.
Think that kid has ever missed 5 free throws in a game?
Trinos and Johnson still going at it. Nicholson takes it in, pulls up from the elbow. It's off. The shooting percentage has just been absolutely horrendous. Nicholson tries to poke it loose from Kluge, who has 4 fouls. He drives all the way to the hole, goes out of bounds, going to stay with Eden Prairie. 2:58 left. This one running away from Chaska here. Started out with a pretty good pace, and it's, you know, scoring really slowed down. It's a 64-45 game. Last year when these two teams met in the section final, as Dobbs pulls a 3 and misses. Elias on the board. The final score was 41-39. At halftime it was 25-19. Nicholson inside, offensive foul. Johnson took a charge. Nicholson has 2 fouls. And Eden Prairie, more importantly, gets the ball back. Kluge up ahead for Eden Prairie. 2.5 left. Dobbs from the extended corner is no good. And we're going to go the other way. John Henry going to pick up his 3rd foul.
Yeah, I mean, Eden Prairie, you know, they just had that pedigree this year right now. And, you know, Kyler Kluge and DJ Johnson, as DJ's going to the ring finger, I think he's maybe talking about that state championship football win that they had. Maybe, I don't know. But, you know, those guys are winners. And this sophomore class is, you know, tremendous. So deep. And to see, you think about Cole last year. Cole was a rare sophomore. They have 3 or 4 of them on this team.
Yep.
It's going to be fun to watch for the years to come.
Andrew Fix checks back in for Zach Leah. Yeah, Eden Prairie. Really, with the 4 sophomores, I mean, you just imagine once these kids junior in the next 2 years, I mean, Eden Prairie really set.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here comes Dobbs, guarded by Elias, and he gets past him, though. Dobbs traveled, nothing called. Kluge with 2:14 left, recovers for Eden Prairie. Chaska just trying anything to get a steal here. Eden Prairie looks like they're going to get the winner of this Edina versus Prior Lake game. Which is coming up next at 2 o'clock on the Lens and Chevrolet Buick Chaska Off Broadcast Network. Eden Prairie avoiding any Chaska steals. They're going to let this one run out, just under 2 minutes left. No fouls yet from Chaska. John Henry catches. And Chaska watches Connor Christensen put one away and presumably put Chaska's season away. We're going to see Samir Omar check in for the next dead ball, and he will do that right now. With 93 seconds left, we'll see the senior Samir Omar enter the game for Chaska. And Cole Nicholson, for the final time this season, will check out for Chaska to a standing ovation.
Yeah, I mean, Cole from the start of the season, man, the growth from his sophomore year to this year, a lot of fun to watch. And to think he got one more year with the big fella, holy moly. He's going to have a big off-season here of visiting college campuses.
For the seniors, the 5 seniors for Chaska, Parker Bjorklund, Matt Elias, and Andrew Fix, Marcus Peters, and Samir Omar. Bitter ending and coming off of this tough loss to Eden Prairie, that what it looks like to be here tonight. It's going to be a tough way to leave their high school basketball careers behind, but I know, they all have got bright futures ahead of them. Parker, there's been word that he's possibly going to go and play basketball in college. Nothing official on that yet. He's obviously getting looks, but they've all put in their time. Last year they helped, Eliason and Bjorklund helped Chaska to the state tournament run as the JV teams will all come onto the floor. For the final time in their high school careers, the Chaska Hawks seniors will check out, and to the hugs of their coaches and their teammates on the bench, they will find their place in their seats with 1:19 to go. Kyler Kluge is at the free throw line. Mac Bourne stepped in early. They're going to let it go, though.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the success of this team, and those seniors all had huge roles. Obviously the emergence of Parker Bjorklund gave Chaska that 1-2 punch down low, and Marcus Peters and Andrew Fix, both guys gave everything they had whenever their number was called. A lot of fun to watch. You mentioned Matt Eliason and that kid's hustle last year.
Yep.
I think everyone bought into that last year. I think what he did for that team last year, it showed in everybody. And you think about that section final game with Eden Prairie, holding Eden Prairie to 39 points. I think a guy like Matt Eliason, who had a couple buckets early in that game, that was a big thing for them. And I think the guys after them, you watch Connor Krinos, look at his defense now compared to at the beginning of the season. He bought into it as well.
Indeed he did, and for this Chaska team, it's a season that they can walk away of proud. 20-win season, and it was successful in the conference for the most part. They struggled down the stretch with Cooper and Jefferson as Mahad Faisal gets fouled. But, with what they were given and what they lost, we've talked about it ever since we've come down the stretch this year. But it's something that these guys can walk away with proud.
Yeah, and I think the one thing that you saw late in the season was probably that fatigue thing. Chaska didn't have a huge bench, a lot of minutes. And, you look at that Cooper game, even Minnetonka game, they didn't shoot terribly well, didn't shoot well today. And so it's a long basketball season. And when, so it takes a heck of a conditioning to be playing at this point of the year.
Eden Prairie's going to walk it around. They go over and back, though, so it's a turnover. Chaska's going to get the ball back.
I know Miles Hansen said at halftime that he really wasn't surprised, but maybe not surprised is the right word, but 20 wins for this Chaska program with 4 starters gone from last year's state team. I think that's a huge accomplishment.
Indeed. With 10 seconds left, we're going to watch the clock run out on this one. And Chaska's season comes to a close. The final record on the year for the Hawks, 20-8. The final score in the first semifinal. Eden Prairie advances to play on Friday night on their home floor against the winner of the game that is coming up live next on the Lenzen Chevrolet Buick Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network against Edina or Eden Prairie. Well, everybody, for my entire crew here at the Lenzen Chevrolet Buick Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network, we appreciate your support all season long. Tough ending to the season tonight. To review all of our season recap stuff, go to chaskabasketballreport.com. Final score from Jefferson this afternoon, Eden Prairie 67, your Chaska Hawks 48. We'll be bringing you coverage of the second semifinal game in about 15 minutes. you will need to go to ChaskaBasketballReport.com to view that game. You cannot stay on the stream. Go to ChaskaBasketballReport.com to view that one. We appreciate everybody's support this season. Eric, final thoughts before we sign off tonight.
You know, like I just said, I think the Chaska team really came together as a team. You had guys coming from the JV team, sophomore team, varsity team, and right from that first game against North St. Paul, which ended up in the top 10, I thought they came together really nicely and had a great year. And I know it's tough right now, but I think they'll look back and think, wow, this was a great season.
Well, that's going to do it here for us this afternoon. From Bloomington Jefferson High School, the Hawks fall and their season is cut short by the Eden Prairie Eagles. We'll be bringing you coverage of the second semifinal game between Edina and Prairie Lake live at ChaskaBasketballReport.com here in about just less than 15 minutes. Join Eric and I for that. Go to ChaskaBasketballReport.com. Again, everybody, thank you for your support this season. We hope you enjoyed our coverage of Chaska Hawks basketball and hockey. I'm Ryan Paul saying so long for the final time this year. Have a good night, folks, and soar Hawks.
Lenzen Chevrolet Buick is a family-owned business, proud to service the Chaska area for the past 35 years. We sell both new and used cars. We got a complete service department with a body shop full service. We believe in community. We support the churches, the schools, the Lions clubs, the Chamber of Commerce, you name it. We're proud to be a community leader.
Soar